I'm Tyro the Fox. It's that time again. Halloween. Yeah, it's that time of year again when anyone with even a vague web show kind of thing is kind of obligated to try and scare the ever-loving tut out of each other by playing various games and things, blah 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 blah, in a review style thing. So it's that time of thing. I guess I ought to give it a go. It's a time-honoured tradition, time-honoured. So it shouldn't be too hard. I mean, I'm scared of these things. Hey! Oh, okay. Well, let's see what vaguely scary things we've got. Mortal Coil, no idea. Civilization 5, the most scary thing there is having Gandhi throw the A-bomb. Star Trek Voyager Elite Force, was the Borg kind of scary. Disney's Toy Story 2 action game. Okay, the most scary thing is going to be I suppose. Star Trek Armada, again, Borg, scary. No. Saints Row the Third, scariest thing in here is that this got made, I suppose. Superbike Mode, oh come on, it's got to be. Oh, there we go. Cold Shadow. I haven't. Either way, I haven't played this since I was a kid.
This is Maui Mallard. Who the hell is Maui Mallard? A little research suggests that this is an alter ego for Donald Duck. That's a detective of some kind.
Detective will return after these messages.
Who in turn has an alter ego who's a ninja. You keep those simple tales coming with your Inception hero stuff, Disney. And this was in 1996. This must have baked some brains. However, who is Maui Mallard? Because the connections to Donald aren't in the game anywhere. So, who is this guy? On the plus side, he is good fun. This is a Disney platformer from the 90s. You're in good hands. And they're all soft and cuddly from the gloves. I made a joke. Maui is your basic Mega Man style character. He is the bug gun, a strange weapon that uses insects for its ammunition. The initial shot you have is this infinite ammo thing with poor range and power. Other insects let you use fire, lightning, and even grenades. The really neat thing about the game is combining your ammo into different types. Seeing as each ammo type has its own effects and certain types of damage, combining them becomes very rewarding. Two types can become a Cutman Blade of Death, or even a bomb of ungodly power. Maui's ego is a little more understated, but way more manoeuvrable. Cold Shadow attacks with his bow staff. He's able to jump and swing around on it, making him the more platform puzzle guy of the two. Annoyingly, he requires tokens to stay as Cold Shadow because Disney wants to see you suffer. Either way, this game is pretty well polished. Look at it! It's creepy, but there's a definitely tiki Hawaiian style to everything to make it look unique. The creepy butlers, the little duck natives, the giant spider of death, the animation is fluid, the level design is pretty sweet, and oh, the music.
Just listen to that music, you know. Nobody home. Yeah, look, you see what they're saying here? This is an earworm. Headed in, my friends. Headed in. It's going to stay there for a while. Yeah. Well, I think I've talked about it enough. Let's actually try and play this thing. Oh, stuff it. Well, what else have I got?
Yeah! Okay, it's gonna be one of those games. Jump scares ahoy! Here's a little indie horror for you. This marks the first pony-based game to get onto Desura. Desura being the alternative to Steam that Origin wishes it could be but can't. It seems to favour a lot of indie stuff, which seems okay by me. Never Heard From Again is a near-identical clone in terms of mechanics and ideas to that one Slender Man game. However, here the trick is that they've kept the lovable, colourful art style of the source material. Wait. What? This is meant to be horror. Pastel colours and quirky looking trees do not work unless you're about to make the shiny, bright colours cover up something hideous or unsettling. Dark colours and shadows is where horror likes to live, not Ponyville. The show can be scary, but notice that it does it with colours like black, purple and green. This is all wrong! It's bright! I can see the monsters clearly! I'm not entranced by the atmosphere, I'm wondering if my graphics card is being stingy with the scary effects. The game as you try and find your way through this map and find 8 herbs to wake up your comatose mother. This little filly just wanders around with the most ridiculous hoof sound effect I've ever heard. I know they're trying to be SCP here with all that stuff, but it just feels embarrassing. First off, the filly is in a forest. Why would her hooves be clopping? Secondly, we have coconut shells for the noise of hooves. Making the noise by clicking your tongue is not a good substitute. Look, I can do it. I suppose it works, but coconuts just sound better. The game operates on a timer, I think. As you wander around looking for these damn randomly placed plants, the game just switches mood. From bright and light with random grinning ghosts to dark night and this thing. It just follows you around Weeping Angel style. What is this? Why am I being chased very slowly by a teleporting skeleton bobblehead? Enough! Something else, please. I don't want to be followed by this Gmod ripoff.
Fine, warm me up, I guess. I'm certainly more interested in trying to play something more interesting anyway. What else do I know that would actually scare me? Again? At least it is a bit creepier, even if it's just that it's so ugly.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and ghouls, step right up. Behind this curtain lies a ghastly...
Okay, let me regale the tale once more. LSD stands for Lovely Sweet Dream. Sorta. It's the name of a dream journal of the same name, written by Hikaru Nishikawa. This dream journal was kept and updated over a 10-year period. It was then published as a book and then had this PlayStation 1 title released for it. Now, there's a lot of gripes I have with this game. Firstly, it controls like crap. In the past I thought it was because the DualShock 1 hadn't come out, allowing 3D gaming an analog stick for camera and movement. Nope, they had a full year with the thing in Japan before this game. The controls are like a tank. They move forwards and back with an up and down, and you turn your trajectory left and right. It controls as well as a duck might, or Bubsy. To look up, you push triangle, and square looks down. Except that you then snap back to central when you're done craning your neck up. Trying to get a good look at certain things, especially that which moves, is a tricky thing to pull off. You usually have to bounce your head between the two states like an idiot. Secondly, the graphics are ugly. The PS1 isn't photorealistic, but it could do 3D environments much better than this. It's possible to make these clunky polygons look good within the limitations. Look at Spyro or Crash Bandicoot. This is just unpleasant. And weird. Look at this. Did the Mountain Dew factory explode? Why is the mist green? Why is the sun going supernova? Why is the water flashing? It feels shoddy to me. Thirdly, why is it an open world? What sense does this make? The point is to look at weird things, but they all get spawned randomly. Furthermore, they're all over the map, and you get your fastest method of travel as teleportation by rubbing yourself on things. It's not precise if you're looking to see everything, because you're just thrown around the map randomly. I'd have better luck with Coke and Mentos rockets. A linear path would have been better. Exploring a dream is a nice idea, but outside of lucid dreaming, when are you in control in a real dream? A linear path would have meant that everything would have been seen and spotted. Most of the game seems to be spent wandering around pointlessly looking for interesting stuff to see. Just space filled with nothing. I'm not demanding constant action, but when I spend a whole hour of not seeing anything of the models you've made, why would I find any of this gratifying? Oh, and that sound design. A short phrase. It sounds like what I could do with a keyboard and the more obscure sound effects settings towards the end of a settings list.
You know what? I've said enough about LSD. Seriously, can we just... Really, I think we're all just a little sick of... I'm too young! Okay. That's it. Give me something creepy that doesn't make me want to gouge out my eyes, okay? Can you manage that? That's too much. That's too much. Lower. I want lower. I said lower. Okay, a little higher than that. Now you're just insulting me. Higher. No, lower. Higher. No, you're getting this wrong. Higher. Lower. Higher. Lower. Higher. Lower. Are you even listening to me? Higher. Oh. Okay, that'll do, actually.
Limbo was released in 2010 by Danish developer Belated, and you can play it on everything, practically. You play as this kid, and he has to go forwards. The plot is not that thick or forthcoming. You generally have to make this stuff up on your own. I mean, you rarely have to explain stories of little boys losing their innocence these days. Why play this? Well, it's twofold. Number one, the art is amazing. The grimy feel to everything is wonderful. It's like running through an ink drawing. The silhouetted characters that give the impression of a puppet show only allow shadows and shapes to be seen. So as a result, you still have to details about certain objects and creatures hidden, like any good monster should be. Your brain is coming up with stuff that is far scarier than seeing the monsters all over the place. See, never heard from again? See what happens when you actually place horror in a place that horror likes. It's creepy, rather than a load of jump scares you can see a mile off. The style becomes rather striking, aiding most of the puzzles and experience. Anything you're supposed to be able to see becomes contrasted against the matte black, to the point where it stands out. Sometimes they look even worse as a result. The bear trap, for instance. Ugh. Oh, and this game is as gory as a particularly suspicious cupcake. The sound and the gruesome animation more than make up for the monochrome, pushing your brain to imagine just what kind of mincemeat the kid is in right now. This is a really gruesome game. Or you can pretend he's fainted, and that's ink from his pocket pen. Yeah. Number 2. Gameplay is simplistic and linear. While it doesn't gain the much coveted seal of unique experiences every time you play kind of thing that LSD can offer, the overall effect is all the stronger. I mean, it's all orchestrated, yes, but the intent and the effect of the game and its environment actually comes through every time you play. You will not get that with a roll of the dice choosing what goes where, when, and with what, like in LSD. So it often comes off as a jumbled mess there. As an added bonus, it's actually got a few creative puzzles in it. Most of the controls are simple, but they're used well, and the game's short enough to make sure the ideas they do use don't outstay their welcome. You move with left, right, jump with up, and grab with control. With this, you drag stuff around, pull levers and stuff. What's nice is having to actually think a few of them through. I won't ruin them all, just in case you haven't played it, but here's a good example of the whole experience. Here is a giant spider. As you do, you want to get past the spider and carry on forwards, of course. But move too close and the deadly appendages of the arachnid will, Zack and his little lobster zombie girl ain't got nothing on this. So you gotta play this smart. Now, you can see a bear trap above you, and you would have learned that you can move bear traps around by now. But you just can't get to it because it's too high. Maybe a little nudge of some kind? Well, trying to move close to the spider will make him twitch, nearly noticing you, poise his weapon, and get you. However, if he misses, Alright, now your weapon is on the floor, you can drag it over, wait until he twitches, poise his weapon, and move backwards! Just do that twice more, and he's no problem. Ha ha ha! You ain't having none of this. You're lucky I'm just a kid, or I'll get to doing some real beat down on you. Hey? Okay, alright, let's keep going. Well, it wasn't so bad. This game I think I can do. It's a little bit horrible, but I think I can do it. Just get up this... Nope, that's not moving. Okay. What's that noise behind me? Oh dear. Hello. I hope you just not. Okay, I can do this. Just bobbing along. Yep, Oh, I can't really see anything, but the terrain doesn't seem... Ah, there we go. See, the terrain's leveled out. See? We'll be fine. Well, I'm Tyro the Fox. I suppose I ought to wrap this up and...
Nobody's home. Home.